So I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. I saw the notification for this trailer dropping and I immediately locked the fuck in, alright? So the main trailer for Pragmata. I don't know what that means, but before we get into it, if you're someone on the internet that's been talking shit about this game that thinks that Capcom's gonna fail with this one, I ain't gonna lie, you might have to run these hands. You might have to run these hands, my boy. Let me stop. I do got the gloves for this, but I'm ready. I'm excited, man. Man, I'm ready for the good music. They always give us some really good music, okay? They give us little bits of the story, but I hope that we get more story this time around than good vibes. I'm always here for a good vibe, but let's see what the story's hitting for, all right? Hold on. We're seeing the technology at work, the Luma filament. This must be the Gen 3 because it's building out the world now. You know how we saw New York City, we saw other parts being replicated. Shout out Capcom for taking risks, by the way, man.
You're just gonna stay here when this
is all done? What do you want?
What do you want?
That's what we here to find out. Miss DI03367? You want what?
To go to Earth.
That ain't happening, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Oh, so he built out Earth using Luna filament.
Why are these things trying to kill us?
The game looks better and better every trailer.
To depart for Earth, the moonquake struck,
damaging Edis. I thought Edis was all the robots. Oh, so it's what caused them to become like bad.
Granted. You gotta be kidding me. I'm calling it. You'd make a lousy friend.
I love the conversations between these two characters. Diana sounds more natural than ever. So Edis isn't bad. They've become bad. It's like an experiment gone wrong. Okay, this is where they get the upgrades, right? Yeah, we saw this in the Systems trailer. Delphi Corporation. Wow, they're showing how they begin to...
I decide my own way. And
I'm going to go to Earth with you. Shorty, you're not going to make it. I hate to tell you this,
We're a
but...
team, right? A whole new life. If you're ready.
Main trailer, so it explains like the main idea. From the announcement trailer, from the extended announcement trailer. Yo, we finally see that scene. When shit hit the fan, bro. Shit hit the fan during that scene. What's this? What's going on here? Stand by.
I'm gonna get a better look.
Hello, we are Cabin. Your one-stop
He looks like Waymo or whatever that other robot thing is. That's cute. We did see that in the Systems trailer too. They did the thing! They did the thing! Oh my god! They did the thing! April 24th, bro. Sorry, I see why they did that. It's supposed to be a nod to the original delay announcements and shit. Oh, they changed the day. They actually did. Oh, fuck. April 17th. Hold on, let's pause it right here. Can I say, I had no idea when I reacted to the last trailer that this game was coming out for Nintendo Switch 2. I actually didn't even know that it was coming out for Steam as well, because I think in the past we kept getting PlayStation trailers, but now Steam, Switch 2, how the hell? And I've seen benchmarks and gameplay from the demo on Switch 2, and I'm just amazed that they managed to make this game run, I think, at a stable 60 FPS. Yeah, it doesn't look the best, but it looks good enough, and it's the same experience, so I'm impressed by that. So by this point, you know it's a staple that I have to watch the trailer twice. I'm excited though. It's my most anticipated game of 2026. It is cool to see how all of this came about though. The only thing I will say before I just try to appreciate the second bit, as you're walking around the ship, you can find these little bits of story through these email logs, right? They're like these little AI Tony Stark type of things that you can like visually look at, and you'll see the people as things were happening way back when before shit hit the fan. And it's really nice to kind of hear in this trailer that shit went wrong. And you can see that from the announcement trailer. You can also see that from the exclusive gameplays we've seen over the years. But to finally have it up front like this is nice. I know that he works for the company that was doing some sort of, I don't know, expedition. So I wonder, is this the company that he works for building this? But I know that Hugh was just doing his job, wrong place, wrong time type of situation.
You're just gonna stay here when this is all done? What do you want?
How was she the only robot, the only Pragmata that survived? Was she just like the best of the batch?
to go to Earth.
And then she didn't turn bad when everyone else turned bad.
What the hell is going on here? And why are these things trying to kill us?
While I was preparing to depart for Earth, the moonquake struck, damaging Edith.
Her voice sounds so different now.
Enacting attack protocol. Permission to commit acts.
She always sounds slightly robotic.
Granted.
And in the very beginning, she was a robot. Like, she had a robotic voice and all that, but
You'd make a lousy friend.
they don't give us too much of the story per se here.
And then we'll
But they
head
do
to
tell
Earth.
us how things got started, at least.
Let's do our best.
Okay. Very beginning of the game, level 1 systems. Oh no, it's called Shelter Trailer, not Systems Trailer.
I decide my own way.
Maybe that globe is like Destiny, how you could interact with the globe and kind of see what places you've traveled to and kind of access other areas through the I'm assuming they're gonna have some sort of elaborate like teleportation devices. Lunar filament, it can create anything. So I'm almost certain that they can go into a pod and just go into a separate place on this fake Earth.
And I'm going to Earth with you.
You know what's so sad too is that she's probably not gonna make it to Earth at all. My headcanon is that eventually she'll sacrifice herself, and I think that's what will make this game the most, emotional experience, is that like Hugh grows to take care of her as his child and try to give her the dream of making it to Earth, and then she never makes it there anyway. But they built the best relationship known to man and android, and she sacrifices herself and calls it a day. Sweet ending. But yeah, it's beautiful to see that she wants to go to Earth, and from what I'm seeing, it's almost as if Hugh uses the lunar filament, or maybe scientists before his company took a crack at the shit. Things hit the fan, and they just had access to these worlds that were already created. I don't know, but
We're a team, right?
y'all are a
A
team.
whole new life. If you're ready.
Okay, then let's go.
Oh, this shit's gonna be
together.
crazy. This shit's gonna be crazy, bro. This fucking game is gonna be crazy, bro. I can't wait, bro. I really can't. This guy's interesting.
I'm gonna get a better look.
Hello.
Yeah, that's cute.
We are
I have seen
Cabin,
him at the
your
end of the
one-stop
last trailer. I was wondering, what is
companion
that?
for all
Who is
things
that?
shelter.
But I guess he's just a good guy. Maybe not a good guy, right? Maybe this is all a joke. It says, what is this, Calvin system? Oh, okay. So he was like a companion assistant robot. Eventually, he probably will be bad, but your one-stop shop for all things shelter. Okay, yeah. So he was in the systems trailer. That's why he came. The shelter trailer.
Hello. We are Cabin, your one-stop companion for all things shelter.
Shout out Cabin. It's cute. Yo, this really took me by surprise. They pulled the thing. Same drawings and all that. Things have not changed. Wait. I just realized. The game is coming earlier. Wait. It's coming earlier. I didn't realize that the first time. I'm so used to it being a delay announcement that I didn't realize they're bringing it like a week early. That is wow. You never hear of like a reverse delay announcement. That is the most genius thing in the world. Imagine pre-ordering a game and then they say, "Oh, we'll give it to you a week early." No premium, no top up, no nothing. We're just gonna give it to you a week early because we're confident in our product. Shout out to Capcom, bro. I thought it would be funny to get on here and explain to y'all that while I am extremely excited for this game, I actually hate sci-fi. My friends know this, anyone that I work with knows this, but this is the one game that instead of me looking at it, at face value, like, oh, robots and space and geeky shit that I don't really care about, I saw the androids and the technology and the AI development side of things, and that's a realm that I have a lot of passion in. So I thought that this would be an interesting and fresh take on maybe like the sci-fi stuff that I'm accustomed to seeing people play that doesn't seem all that interesting to me. And then I saw the dynamic between Diana and Hugh, and I'm just like, I don't remember ever playing a game where you had two protagonists kind of working at the same time. And then you see the gameplay itself, and I'm like, oh, this is totally ADHD. Like, this is, even if it was not sci-fi, like even if it was something that like a extraction shooter, but it had this concept, I think I would still be interested in if the gameplay was two-brained the way it is in Pragmata. So Yeah, while I don't care for the sci-fi elements of this, you can't really mention sci-fi without mentioning robots and the AI. So they do kind of work in tandem. So I gotta give it credit where it's due. Maybe Capcom's gonna be the reason I get into sci-fi genres, but there have been people trying to get me into games like Mass Effect and yeah, all those other sci-fi shits with the robots in space and stuff. And I always say the same thing. Every game looks the same to me until Pragmata came to the scene. And when Pragmata jumped on the scene, it wasn't even showing me the robots themselves. It was literally just graphical fidelity. It was the 2023 trailer of Diana, and the camera just panned out slowly, and you just saw how gorgeous the details in her hair physics were, her eye colors. You could literally see all the little like lines. I was just like, what fucking game is this? Because it looks, from this little visual, it looks amazing. It looks kind of like it had a mood to it, right? It pulled me in without even knowing what it was about. And since then, they've kept doing this shit with the note. And I think it's the cutest thing. And if you're a fan, if you've been keeping up with the trailers, you know exactly what this is and why they did it. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about me hating sci-fi and how this game might be the very reason why I get into sci-fi games moving forward. I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good.